I'm hooking up a lamp over here, or light for the stream. More light. Or less light or something. I don't know. Hello, Mason. How you doing? Adjusting things, or sort of trying. Maybe I don't know how I'm gonna do this. For sure, we'll figure it out eventually. Anyway, all right, mic's working. I think. Hope it is. So, what I've found is that this tool here is the best for dusting collectibles. All right. So that's what we're going to do. I'm just going to dust. Because this stuff collects dust. So what should I start with? I'm going to start with some Power Rangers in space stuff. But yeah, just take it and dust. And then you find new little scritches that you wonder if they were there originally or not. And you get concerned about things. Anyway. Or you don't, if you're not as weird as me. But I'm just starting with the stuff on my desk. I don't think I'm going to dust the stuff in my cabinet. This stuff always gets dusty over here. So it's going to be mostly just the stuff on my review table that I'm dusting. Fascinating, isn't it? Watching me dust. But, you know, if you're going to collect things, try to take care of it, I guess. It didn't take long to dust stuff off. I really like my in-space swords. So they don't get a lot of views on the YouTube, but there's something I have that I really like having, so. I'm really wondering if these little scratches on this guy back in here I'm seeing were there originally, because I don't know if I noticed them or not. And at one time I think I had a Fabu where a bunch of stuff fell down. So I wonder if that's my doing. Probably is, knowing me. Anyway. Silly things that concern you when you collect stuff. Scratches and all that hullabaloo. This guy has both the thrusters, which is pretty sweet, I think. That's not original, but I have an original one on one over here. Oh. It's strange because when you dust, you don't realize that, like, things after you dust, you look at something and you realize how dusty it was, but it like accumulates so slowly that you don't realize it. And then after you do it, clean it, you're like, oh, that makes a big difference. I would turn on another light, more light, more light. Anyway, I've been thinking about making stickers, maybe, for the channel. I don't know if anybody would be interested in stickers or not. If I were to make them, hello, Nostalgia Central. But I've been considering making some kind of a sticker. I also have thought about t-shirts, but that's a little bigger expense to do. I'm not sure what the best method is for that, or how I would do that for sure. So a lot of people do it. So there's ways. I don't know. I don't know. And I haven't taken the time to really look into it. This is made in Thailand. 98 Bandai. This guy. He's still, I wonder if it's. Yeah, see, I don't. These Zords, they have kind of like a weird thing on some of the screws, and I thought it might be rust, but I don't know. I don't know what it is for sure. Just build up of dirt, I think, and it just looks weird. It's like an orangish hue. It's like got an orangish hue to it. So it could be rust, but it's not really rust. It's like, I don't know. It's weird. Anyway, so yeah, I don't know if I was gonna do stickers. I probably would just do something that said, I don't know, light snack or something. I have no idea. Stickers would probably be easier to do than t-shirts. My face just getting the camera when I did that. Oh, yeah. Anyway. But, this guy's got a lot of nooks and crannies. The combination guy. Astro Delta. I actually can make two of these because obviously, but just got the one. I was going to get a display cabinet for just like my Power Rangers in space stuff. But I haven't done it because they're expensive. And you say probably, well, you've spent the money on the figures. Yeah, that's where it goes. Don't have any left over for the cabinet. Anyway, collecting is fun. I think I like to collect things. I get overly obsessed about things sometimes, I guess you could say, like worrying about little scratches and stuff. But I guess that's kind of normal too when you collect things, You want them minty, and then you're getting toys which have been played with, and they're, probably not going to be minty, even if they're in the box, probably, because they're toys. So, but I guess that's the way it goes when you collect things. I don't know. I should know though, right? 'Cause I collect things. So anyway, pointless chatter. That's what I'm saying right now. Man, this guy's got a lot of crannies, a lot of nooks, a lot of crannies. A lot of places for dust to collect. That's what I collect. I collect dust. Hello, Mason. Thank you for returning. So anyway, I've been trying to think of different video ideas to do with what I have, partly because I don't have space for more, also partly because, well, I don't want to spend more money on. I spent money on other things though recently that are like, you know, non-essential, just kind of hobby things, I guess. So I could, I don't know. I look on eBay, you know, try to see if there's anything new I want to add to the collection, Toy Story related or otherwise, on occasion. And for one, the prices are just, I mean, I bought some pretty expensive stuff when I started collecting, but like now I kind of know what I'm making on YouTube, and I'm just kind of looking at prices and stuff and what people try to sell it for, and I'm just going, it's not worth it. Plus, it's hard to find the it's hard to find anything that really stands out, you know, to get. Also, so I don't know. Hopefully, I'll find something in the future and everything, whatnot. But it's been kind of stagnant lately. Kind of stagnant. Oh, look at these crannies. These have got a lot of dust in these crannies down in here. But if you don't dust your stuff once in a while, dust can really build up and cause degradation of your stuff and your plastic on your collection. So I definitely recommend dusting your figures or whatever you have on occasion. Just go about and lightly dust them. Like I said, the brush works the best, I think. That's my opinion. You can use other methods, I suppose. Just a soft bristle, some kind of a soft bristle paintbrush really works the best, I think. Whoa, 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 whoa. Get in to all the areas. Knock the dust down. These 3D printed these antenna on this guy are 3D printed. This helmet piece is original. I did a video on this, and this is 3D printed on this one. I took the antenna off to put them on the original. And they're like really loose because they're 3D printed, and they're stiffer than the original would have been, so they don't stand up very well. But you find these helmets, the original helmet pieces for these on eBay, and they're like $50 for this little piece, this, you know. And I'm not gonna spend that, so for a little bitty piece like that. Oh, this guy's so cool. I thought these dudes were the coolest when I was a youngin' growing up. From In Space, these Zords. I like the Zords from Turbo too and stuff. I actually have the Turbo VHS and Mighty Morphin VHS. But In Space, I don't know. I really liked In Space. So, and the Zords and everything. This guy, I'm probably never going to take apart again because the middle piece here, the little Red Ranger Zord guy, is really, really, what's the word? Fragile, and they break all the time. So I've put it together, and I don't think it's going to come apart because you take it apart and it tends to break. So that's what stinks about this this sword, the Mega Voyager, is that guy is really fragile. So you really need to keep them together and be very gentle, or keep them apart. Don't really want to be taking them apart and putting them back together again a million times. It's just too fragile because it's old. So, and it stinks that when they did the what was that called? The Zord Ascension project. When Hasbro was doing that they didn't get to this guy. They just did the Astro Megazord. They didn't get to the Delta, which would have been cool, or this guy would have been really cool. Would have done him, but they didn't get to that before they gave up. And now Playmates is doing that stuff. And I thought Playmates bought the license from them, so I thought Playmates like owned them, but they just like rented it or whatever, I guess, from Hasbro. So I guess Hasbro still has it, and they're just making the toys. Playmates just making the toys now. So I had misunderstood that. Somebody got really upset with me in the comment on TikTok because I said the wrong thing. I was like, okay, let's relax. It's all right. It's okay. Anyway. But yeah, when I was growing up as a kid, I would have really liked to have these Zords from In Space in particular, and Turbo. I really like Turbo too. Saw the movie, and stuff. And I never had them. Never found them anywhere or anything. I don't know if they were in stores. I never saw them. But I always thought they were cool, and I was like, oh, that'd be cool to have as a toy. Never had it. That's why I have them now. Bought them now. Although, while they're nice to have as an adult collector, they would have been a lot funner as a kid. I would have been playing with them. Imagination and all that stuff going on. So, but they're still pretty cool to have as a collector. So, but whatever, collector. What is a collector? So I do DoorDash too, by the way. Something I do. And recently it's been very, very slow. And I contact support, talk to them about it. And basically they tell me I should go dash somewhere else. Because there's too many dashers. And I'm like platinum, so I'm pretty high on the thing. I've been doing it for quite a while. I've got quite a few things. Anyway, it just seems odd that then I'm the one that they tell should go dash somewhere else, and it seems like they just give orders to like brand new people. So I don't know. I don't know what they're doing. I don't know. It's aggravating. So when you want to DoorDash, and you got to deal with that. So I don't know. I don't know. Definitely not reliable, really, for stuff. But many would say I'm not reliable either. That's too bad, I guess. I'm just yapping. I don't even know what I'm saying. I figured I was going to do this, and I said, you know what? DoorDash is not giving me offers. I'm going to dust my collection. And that's a wiggly. I'm going to dust my collection. And I might as well go live on YouTube while I do it, because why not? So that's why I'm doing this, basically. It's Friday. Hope everybody's having a good Friday. that's out there. And all of that. But new Roboson stuff's out for Toy Story. Today I grew up, put up a video, I think. So they got sponsored or something, maybe. I don't know. I'm not sponsored, but whatever. I don't know if I like those mini ones. I mean, the price is better than the big ones, I guess, and stuff. And I don't know, maybe for kids it would be a fun thing to have. It just they feel even cheaper than what they, like they're whatever. What are they, like $100 or something like that for one? I think 109 or something. And then if you got all of them, that'd be the price of like a full regular sized Roboson robot you'd be spending. So yeah, it's expensive. Anyway, so I don't know if it's worth it. Yeah, I always thought the big ones were too expensive too. But that's me. I'm surprised many people buy that stuff as they do, because it's like I can't, Well, I mean, if you added stuff up, I could have probably one of those with what I put in my collection, but I don't know. For one thing, it seems awfully high to me. Awfully pricey. So things are expensive. And you see some people on YouTube too that, and maybe people think this about me too. I don't know. But like collectors of all kinds of different things, you watch their stuff and you're like, how are they affording all this stuff that they review? Because you look up the prices and it's like people do just Hot Toys reviews or something. I mean, it's just like, they're doing like a new review almost every week or something. And this stuff, it's like $500 or more a piece. And I know they're not making that much off of YouTube. So a lot of that, though, is they get sponsored. And then I guess the companies send them the stuff to review for free. Then usually they have to always send it back after they review it. So they aren't necessarily buying all of that stuff. But some are. And I mean, I wonder if they're in debt. A lot of debt going on or something. Like when I started my channel, I decided to get some stuff that was higher priced and whatever, because, well, I knew it would probably garner some views because there wasn't much on YouTube about it. I also wanted it. It wasn't just that, because I wasn't going to spend money on something I didn't want. I also thought it'd be cool to have in my collection. So it was a two-for thing, and that's what I did. And I ended up spending more because I didn't know how much ultimately I would be able to make off of YouTube at the time, because I had to get to that 1,000 subscriber threshold, and also watch hours. I forgot what that number was, before I could fully monetize all my stuff. And that took a while. I think it took a year for me to get there with my channel. Some people get there a lot faster depending on what your channel is. But come to find out after getting there that, at least with me and my views, it don't make all that much, really. I mean, I don't make hardly anything really on YouTube. $100 every few months basically is kind of what's reliable. Sometimes I made $100 a month, if I upload some videos, multiple videos or something. A couple times I think I've done that. But usually it's every 2-3 months ish or whatever. I get $100 and some. from the AdSense program, so which is something, but it's definitely not as much as I was figuring I'd be able to do. So yeah, which is unfortunate, but you know, it's something. But for people who see channels like mine and think that you're making a bunch of money on YouTube or whatever, and that you're going to do the same thing, it's not. You don't make that much. And I don't hear a lot of people talking about that, really. Some people I've watched will say, you know, that what they make isn't much. It's not much. But wondering if I should be dusting this clear plastic with this. I think it's soft enough. I don't know. Anyway, you know, they'll say that, but they won't really go more into detail on it. And then, you know, I mean, I'm sure if you have 1 million subscribers and everything on your channel or whatever, get a bunch of views per video all the time and have a bunch of sponsors and stuff, and you maybe make a better amount. But my experience hasn't been that much. So I would recommend not putting a bunch of money into YouTube with things that you like buy for it, unless it's stuff you want. You know, like make sure you want the stuff. Don't buy it just because you think it'll get views on YouTube, and you'll be able to make a bunch of money off of it or something in the future, because you're most likely that's not going to happen. So, I mean, make sure it's something you want, I guess, if you're going to spend your own money on it. Don't just do it just for YouTube, because it's probably not going to get paid back, you know, what you put in it, at least not for a good while. So if you make some kind of channel that gets like, you know, like 20,000 subscribers in the first year or something, that's probably a whole different scenario. But and I've seen channels that do that. They're usually doing other things, though. But there's a lot of people want to be YouTubers these days, seems like. And it is not a profitable enterprise for most. So you have to have a mega channel basically for it to be really profitable, I think. So, whoops, bumping everything. So that would be my advice, or whatever experiences, my personal experiences with YouTube, if anyone's interested in such a thing from me. Kind of wish I would have heard some of this stuff when I was getting all excited about YouTube, but I probably still would have got excited because I didn't know. I wouldn't have believed people. If I had watched a video talking about it, I wouldn't have believed them. I would have said, yeah, well, mine's going to be different. But it weren't. So anyway. Over time, though, it seems like, in general, like YouTube channels, if you look back on their oldest videos, you see these channels that are pretty big, like 100,000 or more, and you look back. I've looked at a few recently, and ones that I like to watch, and ones that I found new, and all kinds of stuff. And they have been on YouTube usually for at least 14 years if they have 100,000 or more subscribers. Some worth around 17 to 20,000 have also been on for about 14 years. So in reality, if you're going to make a YouTube channel for anything, 14 years seems to be about where you'd be, I guess, to really measure how successful your channel is. When I started my channel, I started to get a good amount of subscribers fairly quickly. I've kind of averaged about 1,000 subscribers a year since I started. Probably I'm getting close to maybe 3 years. I have to look back at my oldest video, and I'm getting close to 3,000 subscribers now, which is awesome. So that's how my channel's grown. And it's pretty good indication, too, if you have a channel, if you start to get a good amount of subscribers fairly quickly, and then that keeps growing, then you want to probably stick with that and see what happens. But, if it's kind of stagnant, not really growing much fairly early on, you may want to rethink things and try something new until you get to where you start regularly getting people subscribing, because then you have something, So that's my opinion, my advice from my experience. I had a YouTube when I was like 14, I think. I got to get a cloth to wipe off this desk area. It's 14 years of age, and around there, 12 or 14. And I put up random stuff. Put up some videos of me playing guitar. YouTube used to be kind of nasty back in the day. As far as trolls, like, you don't get that as bad on YouTube anymore. But I used to put up guitar videos. People were very unpleasant. And I was a kid, I was just like learning guitar and stuff. And anyway, I remember some pretty nasty things people said. Jerks on there, and on other videos too. I remember I put up video, I put up videos working on some motorcycles that I had. This was when I was a little older, obviously. And they would complain when I would talk about something else because my nails were dirty in the comments. Just ridiculous stuff like that. And that never got a whole lot of interest in it either. Another thing, I guess I can give advice to somebody on here or that watches this in the future, is watching it now or whatever, is that you want to have a good background for your videos. If you look at channels that have good amounts of views and subscribers, they have an original background. It's not copying somebody else. It's their own kind of a thing. And it's well lit. So having good lighting and a good original background for whatever you're doing. It's a good idea. If you're doing collections, it helps also to have a large amount of things. People like to see huge amounts of things. So that kind of stinks because you're going, well, it's expensive. Or, it's just kind of stuff I've noticed. Not saying it's right or not. It's just kind of the way it goes, I guess. Well, good lighting and a good background are definitely very important. So, also maybe a good kind of I use a desk, so a good base, doing something on carpet or something is going to look as nice, and people, whether or not they verbally comment whatever you want to say, make some kind of comment about it, whatever, or notice it, it's like a subconscious thing or something. And you're gonna prefer to watch something that's got that, and if you look at like YouTube tips on YouTube, it'll tell you about lighting, and I don't know if it talks about background, but it talks about lighting. Man, you know what? This light I have over here, it's got this little crevice in it, and it's pretty dusty, but I don't want to. I don't know. I don't want to. Can I just lift that out of there? There. I don't know if I want to try and do that or not, because it's gonna fall. Anyway, so that's worked out for me with the YouTube stuff, I guess, in a small way. We'll see what 14 years. I'm 32 now, so in 14 years, 10 years, I'll be 42. So 5, 6, 7, 47. Almost be 50. Almost be 50 years of age. And I don't think this is going to pull off like I wanted to do. I'll be 50. You know what? I can just use my brush for this. What am I doing? I'll be 50, almost 50 in 15 years. So I wonder what YouTube will even be then. I knocked over my caution tape, so I'm going to have to fix that. So anyway, so if you got a good idea, you start it younger. That's probably better. On YouTube, we got more of a chance. A lot of big channels, people did that, I guess. So, and YouTube was different too, way back when some of these people that are huge now on the platform got started. The way it worked, everything was so much different. So, but also, more advice from what I've seen other people do more successfully even than me, but I know that they're doing it. Social medias. A lot of people are kind of steering away from social media these days, which makes sense. But if you're going to have a YouTube, having a TikTok, having Instagram, or even Facebook, and just having pages on as many social medias as you can that represent your YouTube channel is good, because what you're doing is trying to make a brand, and you want as many people as possible to see your brand. So posting it as many places as possible on the internet in one way or another will help you grow. And also having more than one YouTube channel is also a good idea for the same reason. So like really big YouTubes, you'll notice they have that Mr. Beast, the biggest YouTuber. He has, I don't remember how many YouTubes he's got. He's got multiple. He's got the gaming. He's got a gaming channel. He's got a couple others, I think. I don't remember exactly. He's got more than one, that's for sure. Others, some will have podcast channels along with a regular channel. Another guy I watch has like a channel where he does movie stuff. His name is Nate, or that Nate guy on YouTube is one of the channels, and then the other one he does is Saturday Night Snacking a Movie. And then he also has a channel dedicated to Halloween, Spirit of Halloween stuff, because he likes Halloween. And I don't know if he's got any more, but he's got multiple channels His son is the same way. And their channels are larger than mine, that's for sure. And then when you do that, then your name comes up more, your YouTube name, and you come up more in people's searches, and then your channels all can grow together. And then you get that monetization income, which you get to all that stuff on those channels. If you can get there on all the channels, then you get that on multiple different channels. So that'll up your revenue. But all that stuff is not easy to achieve either. So, but that's kind of what I've learned about it, and seems to be pretty much what successful YouTubers do as a whole, for the most part. I mean, there's other things too, but that's kind of like basic stuff about it, I guess. So, and I don't know everything, that's for sure. That's why I don't have a gazillion million subscribers. But I would say all that stuff is factual, and I think if a very large channel heard me say that stuff, they would probably agree with it mostly. They may have more to add to it, but I think they would agree with what I was saying. But it's not just understanding it either to do it. It's a, different thing entirely. So it's not easy. It's not an easy thing. And it takes time too. So, well, we have cleaned this portion over here. So now I got to kind of figure out, remember how I had these guys set up exactly, because I don't remember. I was yapping too much, paying attention. I think that if you like Demon Slayer, I think the Infinity Castle, is it the Infinity Castle? Is that the final one? Or is that already out? I think, anyway, the training one is out. I think the final movies, there's going to be more than one. You're going to be coming out pretty soon, I think, and available on Crunchyroll. I don't think they're on there yet. But, so, that's pretty cool. I'm probably going to have to resubscribe Crunchyroll just for a little bit, so I can watch that at some point. I don't know when. But in the future, I forgot her name. That's how long it's been since I watched Demon Slayer. Anyway, I have her standing over here, and I don't remember her name. But she is the main guy's sister. I know that. The Fire Hashira, that's one of them I got over here. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not even going to try and say what I think, because I'm not going to be able to pronounce it correctly. It's going to sound like somebody who can't pronounce something correctly. And then, yeah, I'm just not going to do it. Anyway, so the Lunar Lance and the Astro Axe. Let's see, how did I have these? I had these stuck over here somehow. Didn't I have this like down in here? I guess that works. Doesn't really matter. It's kind of stuck on there. I don't know. Let's see. Oh, no. And then you got, when you display your stuff, you got to fiddle with it. So it's in a proper positioning. All right. Anyway, this guy's super cool. Got the wings from the Mega Winger on him. I like him. He is very, very neat. Very cool. I bet those, I don't know. You see a scratch you didn't notice before, you're like wondering, was that there? Was that there before? You know? Or did I do that? Is that my fault if that's there? You know, I don't know. It's ridiculous. I love this. I love this ship from in space. The Astro Mega ship. It looks like a Millennium Falcon, except it morphs into a robot. I just thought that was the coolest thing ever. So, and then not only does it morph into a robot, but then you've got this combination. Also, the Astro Delta Mega ship, which is awesome. It's got fists that fly off of it. I mean, that's just cool. That's just cool. The colors are sweet, too. It's got great colors. Can I sneak him back in here? There we go. Yep. It's going to be a very long live stream because I'm just, I don't know. Hopefully YouTube can process it and it's done. I guess. Doubt many people will watch it, but hey. Hey, what you gonna do? What you gonna do? I forgot. I knocked something over here in a video or something, I think. I don't know. Anyway. So, and the Astro Mega ship that I have down here is complete, which is sweet. I was able to find a complete one because they are hard to find. And I found it for like $100, which was, I think, it's not cheap either, but it's I think was fair compared to the other prices. Anyway, so he, for instance, found him. He was 150 when I bought him on Mercari, and he could have gone for way more than that. So he had one of these was the he had two of the same guns up here, right? And then he had a 3D printed helmet, and I bought the separate helmet. I paid like $30 for it without these. I'm not going to buy another one of those. That's why the 3D printed one is on this guy. And then I took the 3D printed antennas, put them on him, switched the arm out for the right arm. But that's part of why he was cheaper, because he was not really missing stuff, but, you know, kind of missing stuff. Technically it was there, but but yeah. Anyway, these weapons, I just don't think this fist will hold this very well. Oh, he can hold it. Could have him hold that. Although I'm gonna like bump it all the time, probably. Sticks out pretty far. I'm just gonna bump that. It's gonna go flying. Yeah, we'll stash it back here. Stash it. Maybe we'll stash it if it'll stash. Here, it's kind of teeter-tottered up there. Teeter-tottered. Yep. Come on. There we go. And that's why that stuff's missing all the time, is because there's nowhere to put it. You can't hold all of it. In any mode, you can't have them hold every single thing. So, that Astro Mega ship, that's cool. So is I think the Delta Mega ship's really cool looking too. A lot of people don't like this. I don't like the way this sucker looks. I mean, that thing looks really cool. I figured out, too, that these arms, when he's in this mode, I believe, I got to look at it to make sure. Yeah, I think so. Yeah. So this middle chest piece, when he's in this mode, it's supposed to be pushed together, and these arms are supposed to be like out, like because it'll move, right? This is the way it's supposed to be. You can transform this wrong in this mode, and it doesn't stay together as well. So yeah, I'd have to fiddle with it to explain it better than that. I haven't transformed it for a while because I have that, and transform it multiple times is just more stress on the clips and everything. So I try not to stress that stuff if I can help it, you know, so it can sit on my shelf and collect dust even longer. The more dust, the better. I love how this guy's transforms with this little popping mechanism, like in the show too. I always loved this guy in the show when I was growing up too. I loved all the in-space stuff. Said a million times, dude. Why I've been cleaning here. I don't know if I like that. I don't like the way I've positioned these. That's disappointing to me. Let's see. I don't want this guy like on the edge of everything, so let's put this dude here, kind of, because we're going to be hiding the insider stuff. But him there, maybe. Him. Woo! And then stuff like that happens, and then you have new scratches on things. Maybe not. Probably not. Being a little ridiculous about scratches. It's the way I am sometimes, so. Hey, maybe we can do that. Maybe we can do that. I don't think I bumped that too much. Will I? I don't want to. I don't want to bump it a billion times. I may move that again. Or not. I don't know. That's probably safe. Probably be okay. I do have two, so I guess, you know. I got the doubles. All right, that area is done. All right, I've been streaming for a while now. What do we got going here? Tell me how long? Almost an hour. Almost an hour. Is there a limit on this? Can I like do this for like 12 hours straight? And then YouTube will have to figure that out when they process my video. Like, how do we do this? This guy was on here for 24 hours. Anyway. This is, what is this? This is Power Hot Rod. Not Hot Rod. This ain't Hot Rod. What am I thinking? I forgot this guy's name. How did I forget this guy's name? This is Armada. Oh, man. I forgot his name. Armada was my favorite show. Watched it all the time. Back when there was no streaming services or anything. I had TV. I had to watch it when it was on TV, and I had to watch the episode that came on, so I didn't see like every episode in order because they weren't always in order when it was on. You know, it was just whatever was on is the episode I watched. You know, there was no such luxury when I was small. So, but I watched Armada a lot. So, yeah. Had to watch the reruns. Didn't have all this fancy hullabaloo where you can watch whatever you want, whenever you want, and be able to access any episode whenever you want to see it. Had to wait for it to actually be on TV before you could watch it. Throwing my alien around over here. Thanks, Mason Collects, for sticking around. Listen to me babble while I dust off stuff and sweat. I'm sweating, mostly because of this light, I think, and the mop on my head. But anyway, yeah, this was from Temu, this alien thing, and it's pretty cool. Oh no, my blast effect. These blast effects, people talk about these in videos, and they just, I mean, they don't look right sometimes. They're all warped. I mean, it's kind of cool, I guess. I don't know. I miss the old. Oh man, he's not gonna open now. Man, okay, there we go. Yeah, he like locks shut. You gotta kind of open it from the back. But it's pretty cool. You can put whatever you want in there, you know. Yeah, whatever you want. How did dust get over here? Is that more dust? Oh, that's from the light. I'm trying to clean off shininess from the light. Anyway, all right. And there we go. Armada Megatron. I got the original one over here too. And if I continue this stream the whole time, you'll eventually see that because I'm going to dust all the stuff on the bookshelf too. Over here. Stuff that's out in the open. And I might, why not? Why not? I'll just keep going. It'll be 3 hours long or something. I don't know. Anyway. But, you know. Yeah. So also, like, as far as YouTube is concerned, in your videos that you make or don't make or whatever, I guess, I don't know. If you need a niche, they say. So if you find a niche that works for you, then you're good. Like, there's stuff that's, you know, there's already enough channels that are big enough, and people who like that stuff are pretty adamant about watching those channels. So if you try to make something new, like, or well, not something that's already been done, kind of a thing, like basically copy another channel. Exactly. You can do like a similar thing, but you have to make it new and different. You're not going to get a lot of people either, because somebody already is doing that. So that's why on my channel, I cover some of the stuff that I cover that wasn't covered as much. Like, I don't do custom. I've done a little bit of it and stuff, but I don't really do a lot of custom, like movie accurate Toy Story stuff, because that's Today I Grew Up's thing. He does that. He's done that for a long time. So people are going to prefer to watch that on his channel than they would on my channel. Also, I don't have the fundage for that. That's pretty expensive enterprise when you start getting that custom stuff made. I guess, let's see, Galactic Geek. I think he does some of that too. I think it was him. No, Nikolai Tesla. I can't pronounce his YouTube right. Nikolai something. I think it was him. I saw earlier he got a custom made baby face from Toy Story. And it's cool looking. It looks like he probably paid a lot of money for it. I don't know. But there's people that make that stuff. I haven't ever got into that really because it's pricey. It's very, very pricey. Very pricey. Very, 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 very pricey. Anyway, he did that kind of a thing. So there's that. Saw that. I think I saw that today on Instagram or whatever. So that guy. A lot of people too, like on YouTube, they'll like if you spend money on something, you kind of probably, if you make a video on it and you spend money on it in general, unless it's like for you and you want it, which is, you know, fine. You're probably not gonna, like if you buy, like if I bought a Metacom Buzz Lightyear for like, you know, $600 or whatever it is, which there's been a period of time where I could have bought one, but I haven't done it. And made a video of it, I wouldn't make that money back, like for a very long time. I'm still haven't made money back on my videos for all the stuff that I have now. So it should be something that you want, I guess, in my opinion, not just for the video, because yeah, but there's channels that do buy stuff because they know that they get enough views that they'll make the money back and then some on the video. But those are huge channels. So it's just something to consider. I don't think youngins, the youngsters that want to do YouTube, consider all that stuff. So it's not a, you see the people with the huge channels that seem to be, you know, living off of it and everything, is they are exceptions, and it's not easy to achieve that. So way more likely that you maybe won't even do moderately well. My bird needs to be quiet. He's screaming on YouTube. So, but you won't know unless you try either. So there's that too. I don't know. Complete yammering. That's all this is while I'm doing this. I figure I should talk, so I'm just yammering about whatever comes to my mind. Well, not whatever comes to my mind, because that wouldn't be good. We don't want to do that. Mostly whatever comes to my mind. So, yep. This is one guy I never had. Armada Starscream. I never had the original of this guy. I was wanting him, but I never had that when I was a kid. So, and I never had it as an adult either. I thought about buying it, but I haven't, because it's expensive, and I just haven't bought it. I've spent money on other things, more important things, right? Like Toy Story stuff. Oh. Well, this guy's getting some scuffs on him, probably because I have him sitting on top of him. I banged a couple of things into this guy too. Ah, yes, the scratches are showing. Oh well. I looked this dude up, this 86 Optimus, recently, and he was quite expensive. I think he was in stock though somewhere. I was looking recently, and he was $110 or something. So, but when he goes out of stock, the prices go way high, which is weird. Scalpers, I guess, and stuff. I don't know. I think I paid about $110 for him when I bought him. I bought him right when he came out, pretty much. So that's because I always wanted that Optimus from the 86 movie. So I had that, watched that when I was a youngin'. I wasn't around in 86. I'd be older than I am now. But I got the movie from, it's either Blockbuster or Hollywood Video, on VHS. And I watched it multiple times when I was a youngin'. And I always was like, because I was watching Armada, you know, I was like, this is different. This is different. That's not the same Optimus that I'm used to. But I thought it was really cool. And I was like, I want that Optimus. I had one. I didn't know it because it was a G1 one, and I didn't put together that that was what that was because it wasn't hardly anything like it. So, but I always wanted that Optimus. So when that came out, I had to get it for that reason and that reason only. And I have Armada Prime here because I like Armada. And this guy is sweet. This was the guy I saw that was really expensive, actually. It was this. It wasn't that. It was this one. Yeah. Actually, you know what? I'm going to look him up real quick on Amazon and see what he's priced at if he's on there right now. Oh, yeah. It's this guy. He is priced at $235 right now and 20 cents for the Legacy Evolution Commander Armada Universe Optimus Prime. I think I can. I don't know if I should show you the screen or not. But you can look it up on yours, I guess. But yeah, $235 is a ridiculous price. So that's this guy. I paid $90 for this guy when I bought him. I bought him new on Amazon. So why he is now $235, I have no idea. I don't know what eBay has him priced as, but Amazon for a new one, $235. Pretty soon they're gonna have Nemesis Prime coming out, which is this guy except black. I think I put a video up and shared some pictures I saw online on my TikTok of that. And he's going to come with the Star Saber, Minicon Star Saber, which I have the original one, but he's going to come with that. So it's kind of neat. I don't know. I like the original stuff too. This guy was just awfully cool, except his base mode sucks over here. It's a lame base mode. But I don't know how you would do the base mode and have him really posable in super mode unless you made the original again. So it makes sense. At least it has a base mode, I suppose. No, it's not super accurate to the show. Makes the combined mode cooler, so, which maybe I'll put him into the combined mode for display now. I'm also, while I'm doing this, if you've seen my video or the Iron Giant where I made a Twinkie, filled a Twinkie with Ready Whip, I'm also kind of looking as I do this for any Ready Whip spray because it just went all over the place. I haven't found it yet, so. But thought about getting the sticker set for this so you can like make it look like it's cell shaded or whatever, you know. But I didn't do it. And mine's got a loose leg over here. This leg's pretty loose. Thought about doing nail polish on that too. Also, didn't do it. Haven't done it. Probably won't do it unless it starts falling over or something all the time. All right. Why am I sweating? Oh. I'm gonna maybe have to turn a fan on here and screw up the audio on this video, although my bird's probably already doing that for me. So brushing Prime's butt. Brush off the rifle. Top of his noggin. There he is. I'll set him back here. I don't know. Get out of the way. I don't know why I did this McDonald's stuff back here. Why I went after this garbage. I've given up on that. I got like 3 other McDonald's orders because I was searching for the Ronald McDonald tin. Had a horrible experience with all 3 of those orders. One of them didn't have the tin in it. Another one I got delivered, and the DoorDasher opened the bag. I had delivered DoorDash, and they opened the bag. So I was going to eat that. It was a bad experience. Bad experience all around. So I gave up. And now I'm looking at those like, that was a waste of money. Why'd I do that? I got pulled into the McDonald land scam. I'm going to turn this into a pair of pants, I think. It's about time Prime had some proper pants. I wonder if I can remember how to do it without getting the instructions out. Probably. Maybe. Hopefully. You never know. We never know about these things. I dusted enough? I don't think I did. I got to dust it some more before we do the pants. Yeah, I think I want them in super mode. This base has been sitting here long enough. It's time to switch things up. Super Prime, super pants. All right, let's see. How the heck do we do this again? Now I'm going to fumble around with this until I figure it out again. I haven't done this for a while. It's not that difficult, though, so I should probably... I think I have to spin this. All right? I think that spins for this mode. Is that trailer mode? Huh. Well, we'll figure it out. Maybe we'll figure it out. And then you've got these, and these fold down. And then this is going to be this type of a thing. But, first off, we have to get out the little cannon things that are in here, and that is by, you wiggle this, don't you? Don't you? Don't you? Yeah, gotta wiggle that out. Let me get out these things. Wiggle it back. Wiggle it back. The part that's mistransformed in a lot of the advertisements, or was, didn't have the little cannons flipped out on these legs in the ads for this thing when it came out. If you know, you know. Oh man, I watched Paul Blart Mall Cop the other night, and then I watched Nacho Libre. It was an interesting night. So, but does this spin around? Or do I leave this? I forget. Or do I just spin the legs around? Somebody's watching me do this now and going, you're screwing it all up. You don't know what you're doing. And I probably am. Oh, this has to unhook. That's for sure. So this unhooks. Yeah, that does that. And then this is part of the butt, right? Yeah. Yeah, this is going to be part of the butt. So I think then I spin this around. Yeah. Yeah. Somebody's watching it right now going, no. Yeah, maybe. I don't know. Maybe not. I actually think I'm pretty close to figuring this out correctly. This thing folds down somehow. How does this? Forgot how this tucks. It tucks. I remember this thing tucks. You tuck it up, and it's hidden. But how do I tuck it? I don't remember. All right, so this thing is gonna move. Okay, that's part of the tuck, I think. Yeah. Yep. Mm-hmm. Yep, like this, and then into there. And then that goes like that. And that's how that works. And then you have this. Super pants. or whatever. That's what everybody calls it. I don't really like the Super Pants slogan myself. So, but that's what people say. So I have to say what people say. I can't deviate from what people say. And then I gotta flip this up. And we have the pants. They are ready to accept crime. I'm gonna dust it some more though, because there's some dust and some crannies that I missed. Gotta get them crannies. Them nooks and them crannies. You wonder why I said that so much. Nooks and crannies. It's because when I was in junior high, long time ago, when I was in there, we had a teacher who was, how do I say this? He was very big. Very big. Anyway, and at one point in time, I guess, as the story goes, he was showering in the locker room, and some other students from my class happened to go through the locker room when he was showering and heard him talking about getting all the nooks and crannies in the shower. So that's why I say that. I still remember that. I remember these things. Just ridiculous things that have really no place to be. I mean, there could be something important in there, like I don't know, something about, I don't know, something a lot more important than that. I want this to tab really bad, but it's not going to, is it? Yeah, well, I don't want to force a tab that won't tab. All right. Now we got to get this guy into his super mode. So let's see if I can remember how to do him. I like that he has the matrix in there. That's pretty sweet. Humpty Dumpty. Humpty Dumpty. Humpty Dumpty Doo. All right, so these need to go backwards, obviously. They are smokestacks. Smoke 'em a stacks. And then we're going to want to get these up where they belong. Wait a minute. Those don't go like that. Not exactly like that because of the super legs, super arms. So we have to get those out. They come out differently on this guy than they do on the original, but they come out similarly at the same time. You have the ratchets. They've got the ratchets. I was talking to somebody, and I was talking about ratchets, and they didn't know what I was talking about, ratchet joints. I was like, yeah, that's because I'm a nerd. Or immature, one of the two, or both. I don't know. I give up. I'm just going to be me. People don't like it, they can go have a walk. Anyway, so then these will fit up in yonder way somehow. Not like this, though. Because that's not going to... Oh, they have to probably has to go down further to fit. That would probably go for it. Just get it into the general area. There we go. And then there we go. Then it will fit. Like a glove. And then we have to do the same on the opposite side. Yeah. Another thing is there's a lot of people on YouTube that do Transformers videos. It's a very popular thing. And there's only a few channels that have a large following because they've been doing it for so long. And people just don't want to watch other people do it. Usually it's, you know, they want to see the people that they've been watching and have the following. They watch them and they don't really watch anybody else. Because why would you watch? This is another thing. It's like most people don't want to watch like the same thing done a gazillion times over. So now, do these stay out for this mode or go in? Can't remember. I'm pretty sure they go in, right? I might be wrong. Well, I'll be able to tell when I get to there, maybe. I should be able to tell. Anyway. Oh no, yeah. Well, they can't go in yet because of the other part on the grill. It's like a Rubik's Cube for adults. Or kids, I guess, for both. Not really a Rubik's Cube. Actually, completely different. None of those go in. Yes, they go in. That's another mistransformation thing. Most people don't. They don't put these in when they put on the super pants. They leave them out, and it just kind of looks off. So. Okay, now we got foot hand prime going on. So, I want to get his regular hands out. And I flipped it the wrong way. Nope, I didn't flip it the wrong way. No, maybe I did. No, maybe I flipped the foot the wrong way. That's what I did. Now it'll flip. There we go. It goes that way. And I'll lock that in. And there's that. And then on the original and on the show, his head would pop out when you combine it. But on this one, you have to pop it out independently. And can't remember if he's easy to pop out or not. Oh, he's not too bad. Get him out. There we go. Popped into place. And then we'll pull his ear wings out. Oh, yes. The ear wings of Prime. Oh, wait, you know what? Okay. I've done something wrong. Yeah. Okay, so this piece stays back because it slips in there. I forgot about that. And then these go back in. Oh, so they're like that, but that needs to be open. And then you slip this back in here. This is really intelligently designed, and yeah, I just want to say. And then you can just drop him on down. Right in there. Just like that. Actually, I don't like to do this. So, I'm going to move it because I think it got hung up a little bit. Maybe not. Huh. Range. Yeah, there we go. And then we'll just get it locked in, loaded. There we go. I think we go. Yeah, there we go. And then that'll go up there. When he's properly locked in place. And you've got all the crazy posability you can do with him. So, which I'm not going to really do much special. Where did I get that blast effect? I think that's from... That is from... Whatever. How long have I been doing this for? Wow. Anyway. People have left. I'm not surprised. Good for you. Thanks for watching. You still have RC. Well, I don't think you're watching anymore, but yeah. Which RC? I've got the push and go one. I still have him. He's over here. I'd show you, but oh, somebody's watching. I don't know if it's you or not. RC, I have. Oh, you can't see. Darn. Oh, you can't kind of see. See him back there? I've got that guy peeking through. That's what you're talking about. Got that RC. I think I haven't done a whole lot of RC reviews, have I? He's pretty cool. Push and go. I never had the signature, but the push and go is pretty much, I mean, it doesn't have the actual RC stuff, but it's pretty much the same idea. Same size and stuff. For those interested in such things. I still have a whole bookshelf to desk. I don't know if I'm going to do it today or not. I might. We'll see. We shall see. May as well. Won't hurt nothing, I guess. Everything's hooked up and working. As far as the live's concerned, might as well just stay live for another hour or so. Get it done. These little dudes I bought for doing toy photography. But I kind of haven't done that lately, so thought it would be cool on my Instagram, but it wasn't as big of a deal to people, I guess, as I thought maybe it would be, as far as like getting new subscribers and stuff. So, I don't know. It's fun. I like photography. I've always kind of liked photography. For a hobby, anyway. These things, I guess I'll leave them back here for now. I was going to get rid of them, but put them somewhere else. I guess they can stay shoved back here for now. Lots of dusting. clean your stuff. Is it still working? Yeah, it's even keeping the right time. Oh, whoa. That's how stuff gets scratched right there. Toy Story. I love this clock. I doubt you would be able to find another one of these. In fact, I challenge somebody to find another one of these clocks. The exact same clock. I don't know what will happen if you find it, but probably nothing. I'll say, oh, cool, you found it. That'd be about it. Metacom, Superman. This guy's pretty cool. I think he's from a comic, like this version of Superman. Actually, he is. I'm not like big into this comic or anything. That's not why I have him. I have him because he looks cool. So there's that. Oh, Superman. Anyway, I actually got Superman Returns movie. Found it at a thrift store. I was gonna watch it the other day. Got it on a DVD. Remember DVDs? I don't know what to do about dusting this cape. I don't want to. It's wired. I guess I just kind of like brush it a little bit. Knock the dust off of it. There. And it won't play, so it's disappointing that. But never seen Superman Returns actually, so I kind of wanted to watch it. There's like a 5-movie set that has it in there that I can get, like in my local Walmart, and I might do that. But I don't know if I want to watch all 5 movies. Maybe, I don't know. Now I'm kind of thinking maybe I do. So I don't know. Why am I sweating? I'm always sweating, and I don't know why. Not that, like, I don't know. It's like Paul Blart, love sweats. Oh, here come the love sweats. Anyway, lots of dusting action for your enjoyment. Riveting. So I'm probably, apparently my area is busy right now, it says, for my door dashing. I got an update from my own YouTube telling me that I'm live. That's interesting. So anyway, by the way, I dropped my laptop. I dropped it like by accident not too long ago, and it like cracked the corner. So I have tape here. You know what? There's nothing. Yeah. You can see. I'll show you. So there's my laptop. I put tape right there to kind of hold the piece that fell off on for whatever reason. That happened recently. And that kind of stinks because this is a pretty nice laptop. So, and sometimes the screen will like flicker now. It hasn't gone out, thankfully, because, I don't know what I'm going to do if that happens. Don't have the fundage to replace this. So, hopefully that doesn't happen. I have other ways to do YouTube. I wouldn't be able to do a live because my phone mic doesn't work for some reason. Otherwise, I would do lives with my phone, probably. Well, I don't know. Phone mic's not that good. So, I don't know. I am going to have to go. Can't see what I'm dusting. I'm dusting off Ultra Magnus. This guy is sweet. My two favorites from 6 Transformers are Prime and Ultra Magnus. This is super well done. I love the way that chest opens like in the movie. I love me Ultra Magnus. This dude was $100 too. Everything these days is $100. Everything. So I mean, he is really cool though. But he is plastic, and I'm sure. I don't know how much manufacturing cost is. It'd be interesting to know manufacturing costs on this stuff versus markup and prices and retail. I would be curious to know, really, what some of this stuff costs to make. Companies aren't going to tell you that. Probably this costs maybe $3 to make out of, probably $3 worth of plastic in this, and then they sell it to you for $100. But hey, we buy it. Okay. By the way, this is $100, and it's pretty intricate and transforms, and everything. And yet the Metacom Buzz Lightyear is $600 or whatever, and it does not transform. So what's with that? Just saying. Just saying. But my opinion, Metacom Buzz Lightyear, probably I would spend, I don't know, maybe $100 on it, I would say, because I mean, you got to think too, the signature collection Buzz Lightyear and Woody and stuff, when that stuff was new, that was like what, $90, I think, right around $90, and that had all the electronics in it and everything. I mean, it was a while ago, but so I mean, that's a huge difference, and there's no electronics, so it's just kind of darn gun on the back. Stay. Got that gun stored back there, and it just doesn't want to cooperate with me. But I've gone from a seated position to a standing position, so I'm trying to make sure you can see the exciting dusting action that's happening over here. Did I get all the dust in the nooks and the crannies? I think I did, for the most part. That's what's nice about the brush too. You just kind of run it over you just run it over stuff and it gets stuff. You don't really have to be that. You don't have to pay attention that much to it. It's kind of. Oh no. Just kind of brush it, and it'll get the stuff. Okay. Yeah. So just dusting the stuff on my desk and my desk. I guess I dusted the desk itself. This has taken, I've been yapping the whole time, almost 2 hours, which is kind of ridiculous. So. But what are you going to do? Should I dance a jig? I'll dance a jig. Some people needs chill. GNG. Hi, people. Hey. How's it going? You're not watching right now, I don't think. I got a little 0 by my viewer thing, but what's up? I haven't dusted the top of this off ever, I don't think. So that's pretty dusty. about this lamp. I don't use this lamp because I think it's got the wrong bulb in it and it gets really hot. And I don't know why it's even still sitting here, but I'm not going to move it right now. But it does, it gets really hot. It scares me a little bit. It's that hot. You know? It makes me uncomfortable. Anyway, I've got to go use the facilities. So there'll be a period of time where I will not be here. So I think I can do something on my camera. Yeah. And turn that on. This will add some effects, some fun effects while I finish doing this. So I think I am going to dust all that stuff too. I'm just going to keep going with the live until I'm done. So it's going to be a really long live, but I think I've watched people's lives that were like 8 hours, so or more. More interesting than mine, but you know, what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? Anyway, why not? It's kind of fun. I'm having fun. I don't know. No viewers right now, but that's okay. Who would want to keep watching this? I mean, it gets boring after a while, right? Oh no, 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 no. He almost bit the dust. He almost bit it. Almost. Almost. Superman. Isn't that how I had that? Or maybe I had him like this. Superman, you need to... Oh, man. Oh, man. Oh, he's all jacked up now. It's a shame. That's just a darn shame. There we go. He'll stand better like that, I think. Kind of on his toe. There we go. Have him like something like that. I like colors. That sounds weird to say, doesn't it? I like colors. I don't know. I like red and the blue and like the colors on the Power Ranger stuff too. Even as an adult, I'm like pretty, you know. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know, but I've been told. I dusted him, right? Yeah, we dusted him. We got him dusted. We got old Prime dusted. Old Prime loose leg Prime. Oh, that's why I had that like that. There's a reason for it. Imagine that. Get back in there. Back in your slot. There, like that. What's going on with this foot? There we go. Yeah. Yeah, it's pretty cool. That'll work. That'll work. And this has got a couple of scuffs on it. Keep stuff scuff free is impossible. Especially when you throw stuff around set stuff on top of stuff, all that. So stuff happens. What you gonna do when they come for you? Just kind of eyeballing where I'm gonna put all this stuff. This is why this is scuffed, probably, is because I set this guy on top of him and he always falls over. When I'm doing videos, he'll come crashing down. It's from a little bit of vibration. What are you gonna do? There you go. That's fine for now. He'll fall down later, I'm sure. Be quiet. Birds. Silence. All right, now I've got a problem. Why is there less room than there was all of a sudden? Oh, yeah, I forgot about his shoulders. Okay. Seems like there's less room to me. There was more room. Wasn't there? I don't know. Maybe there wasn't. He can be blasting off like he's gonna be blasting into Megatron from the alien helping him. That kind of works, I guess. Sort of. Maybe not. I don't know. So this dude over here. Fill in that space. Prime-topia. Yep. Where the heck was this dude at? Well, just gonna set him over here, I guess. For now, that'll work. And maybe it's a little off. That'll do. We got little Darth Vader here, and this dude. Where do I want them? Maybe here. Maybe. Oh no, his gun fell out of his mitt. Gun fell out of his palm. A stormtrooper dude. Put him here. There we go. Stormtrooper and Darth Vader. Oh man. And then I got my brush for more dust in action coming soon. I got some kind of, like, what I did was I changed the belts on a tape player I had, and I got the goo from the belt on my mat right here, and it won't come off. I tried scrubbing it with like water. It does not come off, so it's just there. And I guess I can switch mats and go back to the one that says light snack on it. Flip flop my mats. There's those. From Nails. When I was putting together that one, Build and Grow Pizza Planet truck that I did on my channel, I pounded stupidly into this nice table and put nail holes on it. But good thing about my table is this table is one of these. It's got a handle, so I can raise it and lower it. I'm not going to do a whole lot of raising and lowering right now because I just positioned everything, and I've already messed something up over here because I'm moving it. Anyway, but I can raise and lower it with this twisty handle, which is nice. And when you get one of these, it's not electronic anyway. You can always just replace the tabletop. All these raising tables you see now that you can get are electronic, but the motor's going to go out probably eventually, and then you're going to to be screwed. So the manual ones are better, and then you can put any piece of wood, get it cut to the length, and use it for tabletop. Or you could be like Sid and use a door, right? Or whatever. I'm gonna switch my mat. Thanks for people who like this, by the way. That's pretty cool. You come in and hang out for a little bit, like it. That's pretty nice. Helps with the algorithm and stuff. It's pretty cool. Appreciate it. Or they say it helps with the algorithm. I don't think anybody that actually says that really knows. You know. Do you know for sure that it helps with the algorithm, or are you just assuming because you heard somebody else say it? Like, that's what I'm doing. People said that, so must be true. Stupid lamp. I've decided to brush this lamp a little bit. And I'm going to turn the camera over here because I'm going to fix what you see there where my tape fell down. Or try to fix it, I guess. Let's see. I just had this kind of stuck in this corner here. I could use a little bit of a dust too, probably. Yeah. I'm not doing that today, though. Not today. Maybe another live and another little bit. And maybe I'll just abandon this piece of caution tape for now. We'll just do something different with this. Oh, it's slippery. It's slippery. I wonder if I can stick this. If it would work to do this over here. Although it fall too far behind. All right. So did you see that? Kind of see it. It's hanging. I stuck that up there for now. Caution tape. So, yeah. Anyway, desk looks a lot better. If you take a lot of time when you're dusting stuff, and then you look at it after, it always looks better. Like, you don't notice it. You don't notice that it was dusty. It's weird. It's weird. All right. Ooh. Oh, I need to get a drink or something. I forgot I had chipped cup. I got some tea left over here. I was drinking before I decided I was going to do this. But, yeah. Been live now for going on 2 hours. Oh. Kind of having a fun time though myself, so. It doesn't look like I've garnered any new subscribers since I've been live, but that's okay. That is okay. It'd be pretty cool if I did. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I paid $8 to TikTok to promote a couple of my videos in the hopes that I would get more followers there and on YouTube. But I don't know if it's panning out that well. Really? So. Oh. I did it before with like another, it wasn't for like YouTube though. This is a pretty cool, oh, I locked it, knife that I use in my videos. I got that a long time ago. Why is there a little ring back here? I don't know what this is for. I got this little ring here. I don't know what that's from. This is some quality content. I mean, I wonder if the mic picked that up. If you know, you know. I bet it did. It's gonna be watching this. They'll know what I mean. You'll know what I mean when it happens. And you don't wear headphones. Anyway, excuse me. Nacho. One thing I take from Nacho Libre, that movie, is if you want to, you got a cute girl you want to pick up or whatever, you know, the best thing to say is, do you want to join me in my quarters later for a piece of toast? I actually had to eat toast after I saw that part because I really wanted toast. So I made some buttered toast. Anyway, so if you want some channels I like on YouTube, or that Nate guy on YouTube, that other Nate guy on YouTube, which is his kid, son, who also has a family, but I don't think any of them are on YouTube. Saturday Night Snack and Movie, these are all the same guy. It's just stuff I've been watching a lot lately. It's got me into collecting physical media movies, which I've always had some, but more into it now. I've been really liking that lately. That's what I've been into on YouTube personally. Changes, you know. YouTube's really cool because, you know, people can put up all kinds of different stuff, whatever they want. So you can always find something more interesting or different, you know, changes. Your interests change. You can find something for that interest on YouTube because other people are going to have the interest too. And that's pretty cool, I think. Anyway. So. Yep. Find people more interesting than me. Are you gonna stand? Like, how did I have you supported before? Okay, you seem to want to stand like that. So, I'm not, you know, that interesting, right? Kind of interesting. Anyway, I'm just yapping about nothing. So. If I dusted everything this well, it would be so clean. Oh, I knocked the ring off on the floor. Darn it. I haven't got any more updates that said it was busy in my area. Just that one. Whatever. Not gonna make much of this week off of my DoorDash. Enterprising. All right. So now I want to dust off this stuff. So I'm bringing this over here. Scavenger. Here is the original Armada Megatron with the Star Saber. And he's complete and his electronics work. I forgot what this dude's called, but this little Minicon set that combines is really cool. This stuff, just moving this stuff around, makes me think of all kinds of different things from when I was growing up. Christmas is a big one because I got Armada Prime for one of my Christmas presents. But also just like me hanging out with my friends and stuff when I was a kid, different things like that. This guy is awesome. I wouldn't mind having one of these guys in the box, like in really minty shape in the box. But I'm glad I have him, and he works. I'm not gonna mess with that today, but he does work. I have a video of it up if you want to see that. All my Minicons. These dudes are so cool when I was a kid. I always wanted these. I think Unicron's going to sit over there until I get these dusted, though. Because he's too big. Red Alert is a beefy boy. He is a beefy boy. That is a well-made toy. Plastic quality. You know, I remembered, like, before I started getting these, like, I was always thinking that, like, plastic quality from what I remember when I was a kid was, like, so much better than the stuff I'd been getting that was new. And it's good, but you notice it more. It's not quite as amazing as you thought it was once you start collecting it, but it seems like it's better quality plastic, really. But, you know, it's not as big of a difference. Set the ones I get dusted off over there. This dude's got a little missile that launches. Finding these with the missiles is a miracle in itself, I think, because they got shot somewhere and were lost for all eternity, you know. So, and how old is this? You know, exactly, I'm not sure. It's pretty darn old, and it's really not beat up. I mean, like, I've got more scratches on this dude over here that I was looking at that I don't know where the scratches came from, and it's probably my fault if it has scratches. And then it's on this stuff. So anyway, I thought that guy was like mint when I got him, but I've discovered some scuffs, and I'm not sure where they came from. Oh well, won't last forever. Nothing lasts forever. This guy was one of my favorites, actually, when I was a kid. I don't know. I just thought he was cool. So he was fun. A lot of people don't kind of make fun of this one. Cyclonus and other collectors don't think much of Armada Cyclonus, but I like him. Because I have these things. Not because I collect Transformers, but because this is what I grew up with. So these have different meaning to me than a lot of the Transformers collectors, I guess, who have them, because a lot of them didn't grow up with it necessarily. There's a lot more Transformers collectors that grew up with G1, I think, than Armada. And Armada isn't collected, I don't think, as much as G1 as far as Transformers is concerned. But, you know. I believe this is the guy, this Minicon is the, when Demolisher in the show is looking for his Minicon, for some reason the show gives him this guy in the desert, and then I don't know, the other dude shows up later. It's actual Minicon. Just to get you to buy the Minicon sets, I guess. Bionicle. That is something that I've been thinking about too. So I was big into those. So I was thinking about getting those for my collection. It's part of my nostalgic collection of stuff. Haven't done it yet. I've almost got them a few times, but I don't know. So that's something probably we'll get in the future. Maybe do some videos on. I don't know. If I ever have money again to do such things. But you never know. Crazy things can happen sometimes. That's a street action team or something. That's what the Minicon says called, right? I forgot the names. This dude I keep calling Hot Rod, but that's not right. I haven't watched this for a while, so I forgot the names. I remember Scavenger. Remember him. Forgot this guy though. And he has his missile and his Minicon and his motor, and he is complete. And that is harder to find than you may imagine it is. Red Alert is also complete. He's got everything. He is also hard to find complete. Very hard to find complete, seems like. And in decent shape. And his electronics work too, still, which is great. I think his Minicon's Long Haul. That's his name of his Minicon. He is hefty. Red Alert is probably the heftiest of all these. He's a thick boy. Don't know why they made him so hefty, but he's hefty. Hefty, hefty, hefty. Wimpy, wimpy, wimpy. Oh, I'll be getting into some Toy Story stuff here in a minute. There's some stuff on that shelf. So I say to the no viewers, that's okay. It's been 2 hours. I wouldn't expect you to stick around for 2 hours. This guy's works too, electronics and everything. So. Pretty awesome. G1 Megatron. G1, not G1. Armada. He's hefty too. He's got weight to him. Lots of times these horns are missing. And the missiles. Those are two common things missing on these guys. So finding them with everything. Also, Megatron in particular is has a lot of them have battery corrosion bad. That's another thing. This model is toy model, whatever you'll call it, has when you collect them. So, but with Star Saber. I haven't had an issue with the gold plastic on my Prime here, but I don't fiddle with them too much, so afraid it's fragile. But age makes us all fragile. The thing about the trailer and dusting it is I know there's dust like getting inside. I ordered a second one of these too at one point, and it was so dirty. Nobody ever dusted it. I don't know. They just sat on a shelf. It was really bad. Really bad. I can unclip maybe. Another thing you don't want to do, too, if you happen to watch this and you collect Transformers, if your motor doesn't work on the trailer, I guess it doesn't. This sensor does not work the best. You have to have it just right. So make sure you get it lined up right. And if I was messing with it, I could tell you how to do it, but I can't really explain it now. But this is the sensor, right? And you want that, it's in the front windshield, and you want that to be facing this, okay, when you're doing the stuff for the motor to work. You don't want to unfold this trailer manually because you're gonna, the gears and stuff in this are plastic, and you're gonna break them, and then it's not gonna open right, and it's not gonna last. That's why a lot of these trailers don't work, is because somebody has just started to open it manually because they weren't patient enough to get the sensor lined up right as a kid or whatever. So they just started cranking it open manually, and that just ruins the motor, just ruins it. So you can find one of these that's still new, sealed in the box. I don't think these had batteries in them, so there's a good chance. I think maybe the cab did in the box. I don't know. I don't think they did. So if you can get it like that, and just remember, do not crank this open manually, because I've seen so many people do that. That just ruins this whole motor mechanism. If it doesn't open, leave it alone. Try to line up the sensor right and stuff, but do not force that open. Don't open it any more than this, right? That's just what it will do naturally. Once you have resistance, like you're lifting this up, don't go past that. Because you will bust it. And then it won't open. So all right. Try to get in there a little bit. Next time I dust it, I'll probably slap batteries in it, let it open, get it opened properly. But this time I'm just gonna do there we go. He's dusted. Now, get to dust off the actual top part of the bookshelf over here. And then do Unicron. These kinds of lights are good. If you want a YouTube light, that's what I use. Pretty cheap. Well, it depends on what your funds are, I guess, but in general, they're not bad. For light, and they're soft light. So, Unicron is something to this. You really gotta. Yeah, I've ordered a few kind of toys on YouTube for collection additions, And I got them in, and I mean, somebody never dusted, and they get so crusty. If you don't dust them ever, it's gross, and you can't really clean it off because it's like crust. It becomes a crust after so long. It's so gross. So occasionally, dusting is important, at least occasionally. Cleanliness 101. And a Unicron, for me, when I got him when I was a kid, I wanted him for Christmas. And my parents basically told me no because he was expensive. But I ended up getting him. But the thing is like he was hidden out in a room, like a spare room. We had in the garage and the house I grew up in. And it's like a little shop room out there. And he was hidden out there before Christmas. And I went out there, I was snooping around, and I found him. And I was super upset that I found him because I thought it ruined my Christmas. And so I told my parents about it, and they took him back, or it said they were going to take him back because I found him and thought it ruined my Christmas. That upset me more. Anyway, but on Christmas, I ended up getting him anyway after we'd opened everything. He wound up being out on the washer machine or dryer in a black trash bag. And I was really happy. So that was pretty cool. It's kind of like a Christmas story thing almost, where the Red Ryder was hidden behind the thing after he'd opened everything. He's all disappointed because he didn't get his Red Ryder. Oh, anyway. All right, let's see. How did I have this set up? It's set up similarly, probably, just because what works, and what doesn't really. It's the light. It was just ever moving further over. Let's see. Yeah. I still think Armada Optimus is just really sweet looking Transformer. But I'm biased too. You know what? I want Hot Rod. Oops. I want Hot Rod to hold the Star Saber. Because the picture I took of the chip when I was a kid, I had Hot Rod holding the Star Saber. I thought it would fit. That's why him back kind of protected because in the back from falling off because he's kind of expensive. Spark plug from. I don't think I turned on like this thing that's supposed to like zoom in once in a while, but it's not doing it. So I still don't know how I feel. Why so I got this Optimus Prime Christmas. Well, it's time. That'll do. That'll do, donkey. That'll do. All right. We are moving into some Toy Story stuff. How about that? So I'm gonna pick all that up though. So let's see. Move the camera a little bit. No, I guess change the light position. Probably help. Yeah. There we go. See, I got some movies over there too. Should have been collecting those. Just like collecting stuff. I think I'm finding out. Really like collecting stuff. It's just fun. I actually don't mind dusting either. Dusting stuff is kind of nice. I don't know. I don't mind it. It's kind of nice. Take care of the stuff that I've collected. This fan's in the way, isn't it? Get it out of the way. There we go. Oh, here comes my noggin. Oh, there it is. So back in here, this is oh, there it goes. How do you do? I know. Yeah. So this is a Coke bottle that my dad got for me from a garage sale. And this is just a remote control. For this TV, I've got two of the same TV. Today I grew up Stuntwoody. There she fell. Him a little brushing off. Again, if I ever get to 100,000 subscribers, I'm going to give this guy away to another YouTuber who does Toy Story stuff. Thought that'd be kind of cool. Just passing around the Today I Grew Up Stuntwoody, since he's probably the most notable Toy Story channel on YouTube, I would say. But that's only if I get to 100,000 subscribers. So, yeah. I'll just stick him down there for right now. So he's out of the way. Slinky Dog. Gotta have Slinky Dog if you collect Toy Story. I don't have, this isn't the one that talks. There is one they put out for Toy Story 1 that does talk, but that's not the one I have. This is just a Slinky Dog. He's in good shape though. I think, for a Slinky Dog. It's not the most sought after Toy Story thing. Here's my flight control Buzz, which is a cool Buzz. Mine has some issues, so electronics don't really work that well, but I really was enamored by them when I got them. I actually sat down here and kind of played around with them because I was entertained by all the stuff he did, so this was a pretty cool toy, I thought. he's got the cool looking movie accurate sticker with the button for the thing. Wonder if Today I Grew Up knew when he wrote "Thanks, Partner" on this piece of cardboard. I wonder if he knew that I would have kept it for this long. It's been, I don't remember. I'd have to look back, see when I put this up. It's probably been, I think maybe a couple years, a year or better since I got that from him. I still have that where he wrote "Thanks, Partner" on that. So, like I said, I started watching Today I Grew Up stuff 1997. And I was like, this is cool, you know? So, and then I started getting Toy Story stuff and made a video. But the rest is what happened, and now I have a YouTube. Anyway, you know, where stuff goes. It's kind of interesting. So he inspired my channel, and that's why I have somebody. When he sold that, I was like, I'm gonna get that because he inspired my channel. Gave me a reason for things. Anyway. Got that at well, the camera got confused. Got that at Walmart. So it's like a cognac glass, Buzz Lightyear on it. It's called. This says teardrop, but that's typically kind of the glass you probably drink like cognac out of or something. Kind of liqueur, a liquor. I guess cognac's not a liqueur, but or is it? I don't drink. Don't drink. It's not good. Don't drink. Don't smoke. Don't do drugs. Collect things if you're gonna waste your money on something. This is the build and grow thing I made that I put a nail mark in my my table with. Building this in a video. So what's the thing put on? Lowe's did it, I guess. I guess they would have had a thing. Maybe you could go and build this like with your like as a family for kids or whatever. I found a kit and got it on eBay and put together. And the stickers start to come off after a while, so I was like, Beast Planet Track. He's got the "How's my driving" sticker back there, or whatever, and part of the sticker says "ha ha ha." The license plate is RES 1536 truck. It's got all the stickers on it from the movie, which is kind of cool, I think. Anyway, it's kind of neat. Always like the Beast Planet Track. This is also from Walmart. Glassware. Actually, I think this box is faded a little bit, which is crazy because it's not in the light. That's Walmart for you. I don't know how long I've had this for sure. This video of it up. It's got the aliens. That's my attempt at a custom buzz, which isn't that great. Seen a lot of people do better. But like I said, I kind of forego the custom stuff on my channel mostly. I mean, I've done some, and maybe I'll do more in the future. But just, trying to give different things for a different channel and do what everybody else does. Which in business is how you succeed. I know because I'm a successful person. No. Anyway, but if you watch stuff, you'll know, I don't know. I am getting real tired because I've been yapping so long. I'm like an introverted person, and this is a lot of talking for me. So I'm going to pretty much be mute the remainder of the night tonight once I finish this. Yeah, dust. Whew. I'm not gonna even pick this up. This little miniature. I can't believe I found this either. This is such a weird, random thing I found on eBay. But there it sits, all these miniature dudes. Not sure where all they came from anyway. This is important to dust. Gotta keep this in mint condition. China! Too old to be down on my knees like this for much longer. Starting to ache a bit. My back is okay though, which is good. Oh, I could say some things about that. I herniated 2 discs in my back quite a while ago, and it's been a struggle. It stinks. You got back issues, you know. If you know, you know. Or at least they told me I did. See, they weren't really sure either. That's the thing. They just kind of guess when you go to these places for back stuff. They're just kind of guessing. And they're basically like, you just got to deal with it. It pretty much sucks. You're like, well, I came here for some aid. And they're like, yeah. Too bad. Sucks. How dare you open a spaceman's helmet on an uncharted planet? My eyeballs could have been sucked from their sockets. You're a toy. Use your karate chop action. Oh, how you doing that? Oh. Oh, I've got so much more I should dust, but it's not happening today. I am done after this one. I have to dust the rest another day. Maybe I'll do another live while I dust the other. Actually, you know what? I'll probably wait till after Halloween to do that because I got that all Halloweened up. So I can do that when I maybe switch over for something for Thanksgiving or Christmas. Or whatever. Oh, Hallmark came out with some ornaments for Christmas for Toy Story, and I put a short up of them. I was gonna buy them and like talk about them, but I never did. I figured the short was good enough. Oh, they're pretty expensive. Oh, both. Oh God. Oh God. Oh God. I almost put my knee through the CRT. Oh, the legs. My legs they are dead. They are asleep. Whew. Oh. Keep staring. I might do a trick. I don't know what the trick's going to be, but it may happen. You never know. All right, I got to get this stuff back on the shelf now. This is what dusting looks like when you're 32. That's not really that old, but apparently, if you get on social media these days, it seems like anybody who's over 24 is old and about ready for the retirement home. Oh man, Buzz is falling. Buzz is falling. Stay, Buzz. His feet are weak. Same. All right, I'm getting a little hungry here. Gonna have to go eat something. I already ate 3 times today. This is gonna be the 4th meal I have. It's a lot of food. That's why I have a weight problem. Anyway. You know what? It's Jingle All the Way. I'm thinking about Christmas. I know it's not even Halloween yet. I'm doing that thing that people do. But Jingle All the Way with Arnold Schwarzenegger is a great movie, and I am going, if I have the extra money, I've needed to do this for a couple of years. I thought about it and never did it. I need to get a Turbo Man. I want a Turbo Man. Actually, I want 2. Because I want one in the box and one out of the box. Turbo Man and his Turbo Ring. You can always count on me. It might have to happen. I think. Like I said, if I can do it, I don't know. I don't know if I'll be able to swing such a purchase. Oh, okay. Oh well. You know what? Nobody sees the shelf. It doesn't have to be super fancy. Just stack this up. Will that work? Maybe the other way around would be better. There we go. We'll do that. That'll work. Set this little alien keychain up. Maybe sort of. Yeah. Kind of. Sort of. Whatever. Whatevs. All right. Oh, I have dusted. Holy heck, that's zoomed in. There we go. Oh, I'm going to dust this off while I'm at it. dusting and cleaning is like, it's therapeutic when it's your collection. Sometimes if you're in the right mood. Otherwise, it's just like you just kind of look at it and you're like, oh, I don't want to do that. Oh, oh, oh. Anyway. I have 2 of these DVD players. They're the same thing. I found it. It's a Blu-ray player actually, and I found it for $2 at the thrift store locally. And it didn't have power cord stuff, but I have a player just like it, and it's got all that, and it works just fine. So I got it for $2, which is pretty crazy because Blu-ray players, you buy them new, are at least $80 anymore. And if you get into 4K, it's expensive. I'm not going to dust this bottom shelf, at least not today, because I don't want to. I'll dust it another day. It should be fairly. I move that stuff around enough, so should be sort of okay, I suppose. Anyway, so in this video that has live, it's been live. Oh, I gotta weasel my way through here. Been live now for almost 3 hours. Going on 3 hours. And in that time, what have I accomplished? I went through all of what you see here. And I dusted all of this, including the table. Flipped my mats, the other one's under it. I changed some of this stuff around, like that guy. I did all that. And then I dusted all of this over here. Yeah, that's what I did. So the next time I do this, I'm going to have to dust my main cabinet there, right there. And yeah, always something to dust. But I got this stuff that's out in the open. This over here is closed off. So, but I got this stuff that's out in the open, dusted off real nice. So. If you're going to have a collection of something you're going to have to dust, well, I guess you don't have to, but it's going to get nasty. Ooh, is it going to get nasty? Then you'd be like, want to like sell something or whatever, to get something else. It's going to be like, oh, that's gross. Anyway, I wonder what I can use to dust the vents in that CRT, actually. I'm looking at that thinking, oh, maybe this. Should I do that? Like while I'm live? Nobody wants to watch that. Well, will that work? Oh, it works. Look at this. If you have a CRT, all right, if you have a CRT, let me show you. Okay. It's got these vents in here. And just like when you dust a collection of figures, just use your, look at this. That works nice. And you can dust inside your CRT vents and knock all of that dust back into this TV where it belongs. Right? I could just keep dusting. I mean, I could really just go through my room and dust most things. I'm about had it though for today with the dusting, I think. So, but let me get over here. Dust this other side. You can't see what I'm doing now, can you? Yeah, it kind of works. It doesn't work as well as you would think. Why does it look like there's a ton of dust that just like resettled on this? I just dusted it. I just dusted it. With this. Oh, if you're gonna have a CRT, or lots of like old electronics anyway, like a boombox, you have a Wi-Fi or Wi-Fi extender near it, it's going to interfere with it. It'll interfere with the screen if it's close enough. It'll also definitely interfere with the speakers. So you're going to have to unplug that when you're using it. So if you got a CRT and it's doing weird stuff, like the screen, or it's making noises with the speakers, and you have Wi-Fi near it, move it away from the Wi-Fi, or move the Wi-Fi, or unplug the Wi-Fi. I guarantee your issue will probably stop. It could be the issue with the TV, but the Wi-Fi does interfere with these. So I've ran into many a person who did not know that, and they thought they had a bad TV or something, and I'm like, just the Wi-Fi. Many a person meaning like one who's a family member. You got to make things sound more impressive than they are, right? Okay. What? Oh yeah, I was gonna. Really cool Harley Quinn bat. I don't know. It says stuff. It's kind of squishy. It says stuff on it. Found this at the Goodwill for really cheap, and I think the only reason it was cheap because Goodwill prices, like, I'll tell a quick story here. So at the Goodwill, I was in there once, and they have those glass cabinets. They had one up front, right? And they had a whole bunch of Star Wars collectible stuff in the glass cabinet. And there was this guy in there, and he's like, "Why do you have all this Star Wars stuff behind the glass cabinet?" And the cashier was said, because that stuff is very collectible and it sells for more on eBay. And the guy was like, "Okay, well, this is the Goodwill. This isn't eBay." And it was funny. I thought it was funny because Goodwill has been pricing stuff more like eBay lately. If you go there, shop at any of those. But this, I think, because whoever priced it didn't know what it was, just priced it like a random bat because it was cheap. It was like not very much. I can't remember. I think I say in the video where I talk about it, or the short. I think I did a short. But if you look this up on eBay, it's like, I think $80 or something is what people want for it usually. So I really like it. I didn't even know it existed until I found it at the Goodwill. I like Harley Quinn for reasons. Don't you judge me. So, anyway, back to the review table. I think that's going to be it. So I think this live stream is done. I'm going to be calling it quits, calling it a night. Been streaming now for 3 hours. So thanks to everybody who tuned in and watched me yap and everything. Mason doesn't want me to go. Okay. I'll wait. Wait for a little bit. Anyway, Mason Collects wants me to wait. I'll wait. But yeah, thanks for the people who are watching or who stopped in. 1 sec. All right, I'll wait, Mason. Appreciate it. I've got a Blizzard from Dairy Queen that I'm going to eat after this in the freezer. So, but I guess I can just let it go while I kind of pick up stuff like my lights and whatnot. But, yeah, so got more views on this than the other lives, so that's pretty cool. I don't expect to get a whole bunch of views or anything, but it's kind of fun. I kind of like it anyway. Go live once in a while. Yes, indeed. So, let me kind of figure out what I'm going to do with my stuff here. I'm going to move the camera over here. Oh, if you want a recommendation too for like a good, I still got, there we go. If you want to get a recommendation for a good camera for YouTube that's not super expensive, because some people use real expensive cameras. When I first started, I started using my phone, which is a Google Pixel. I forget what number. It's not a newer one. It's a 7, I want to say, but I don't know if it's a 7 or not. But then I had some money that I had earned, so I was looking around for a camera, and I used this Insta360 Ace, not the Pro. This is just the regular Ace, and it's great for me. It doesn't do like super small close-up shots really well, but you can kind of work around it, or I try to. My phone does that better, honestly. It just loses focus because of the type of lens. But this is a great camera, and it's got good audio, I think, too. It's better than my phone. So I really like this. It's got cool features. You can pause and restart the recording with it. I can do that on my phone too, but there's other cameras I've had where you can't do that. But this has that on there. So you can just pause it and restart it as you're going. It's really nice. It's got everything I need on it for what I do, in my opinion. So like I said, if you're doing really close-up shots of something really small, like, I don't know. This ring's kind of small. It'll get out of focus when you get it really close up. But so those kind of shots, it's not good at. Or a good example of that would probably be socks. Here, see, so you can't get a real close, crisp image. Close up, you have to hold it back a ways. But you can see, you can kind of work around it. Anyway, it's got a lot of cool stuff. It's got some little AI features, like that zooming thing it was doing on my live. You can do that with it. So it's not cheap, but it's compared to what other YouTubers use for cameras, it's way more affordable. So, which is really cool. So I like it. Think it's really cool. Thank you, Mason. That was very nice of you. I appreciate that. Thank you. I appreciate what you said too. Right on. Appreciate the donation and the comment. It's really cool. I am going to get everything cleaned up now. And Mason, you are the first person who has donated to my channel like that too. So really cool. Really appreciate it. Thank you very, 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 very much. All right. I'm just going to let it roll while I pick some of this stuff up before I end it. I got lots more dusting to do in the future, so. My fan back. Oh, random pain in the old hip. Random pain in the old hip. Well, thank you again, Mason. Appreciate it. Appreciate it very much. And yes, I will definitely stream again for sure. I enjoy doing this too. It's fun just to, even if nobody's watching, it's kind of entertaining. I can just talk to myself. I don't know. I could do that normally, but setting up the camera and stuff's kind of, I don't know. It's kind of fun. I forget what, well, I guess it says EM art on it. This light that I use, can you see it? Yeah. That's what I use for my lighting. I just have one, and then I don't know if you're interested in this or not, but this light, it's a Neatfi or something. I can't get it down to where you'll see it, but it's like it looks like a surgical light or a dentist light or something. It's pretty crazy, but those are what I use for lights. Sweet. Thanks, Mason. Appreciate it. I'm going to go put this in the other room. Got things. Put up still. Bum, 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 bum. It's gonna go there. Where am I think no. Out of the way. All right. And then this, I guess, can I stick this here so it can fit? Since I rearranged this area, let's just slide Buzz over a little bit. Yeah, it's gonna be kind of cattywampus over here. But I think it'll be all right. Just have somewhere to set it for now. I don't know. Actually, I don't need this box. You know what? Don't need this box. I've got this box and I don't need it. I'll just set this stuff over there and stuff. Oh, that light has a remote that comes with it, so I never use it really, but it's got one. That's gonna go back in the computer. The computer. Sound like an old guy. It's gonna go back on the World Wide Web. The World Wide Web. Let's brush off this thing over here real quick. Oh, dropping stuff. I'm dropping stuff on the floor. This is just a box for some Troll Beats headphones that I don't use. Why do I have these over here? I just have random things sitting here that I'm putting back that is probably doesn't even need to be there. Oh hi! Oh hi! Oh hi! Remote control. Drawing kit I bought because I thought I was going to start drawing stuff. Wind up probably drawing stuff like Napoleon Dynamite, so it would happen actually. Anyway, all right. I think that's going to be it. All right. So thank you again, everyone who watched, gave likes. Thank you very much, Mason, for donating. Can I see Woody? Which Woody? The Today I Grew Up Woody or a different Woody? I've got that one. I've got my collection Woody. Here, I'll just show you all the Woodies. Let me show you all the Woodies before we go. I'll show you my Woodies, Mason. All right, first off, we've got, can I just move the camera? No. I can for the other one, but Today I Grew Up Woody. And then for this, I'm going to have to move stuff, or a few things. Over here, give me 1 second. Get this stuff figured out here. Yeah. And over here we've got, you can see, I can't see what I'm looking at, but hopefully you can see it because I can't really, well, maybe I can. There we go. We've got, I don't know, can I zoom? I can't zoom. Got the 96 Woody up there. Got the Thinkway, it's the digital data 2006 Woody back in there. Got the Spotlight Series Woody. Got the Wild West Adventure Woody. Down here we have, oh man, what was that one? I forgot what that was. Beast Kingdom Woody. In the back there, which is hard to see, you've got the Snake Shooting Woody. And then that other pack I've got is the same kind of Woody in that one. Got Woody on the Toy Story 2 pin, movie pin. There, I got Woody on this pin up here too, I guess. Got Woody way up there with Forky. And I think that's all my Woodies that I have. Oh, that little Woody with the guitar. Woody on the RC car there with the Rocket Buzz escape thing going on. Yep. There's my Woodies. All the Woodies I have right now, anyway. I had Signature Woody, but don't have them anymore because decided to sell them. Anyway, Woody Palooza. All right, then. Thank you again. And I will see you on the next live and in the next video. See ya.